This is an interesting little deal. We sell lots and lots of Morgan silver dollars. We sell piece silver dollars. We sell the brand new Morgans. We sell the old Morgan. We sell a lot of these. The Morgan silver dollar, probably the most desirable older vintage coin that's out there. Made from 1878 to 1921. It's popular. It has 5 different mints that it was made at. All of these things. One of the more interesting dates to me, and one of the more difficult dates to get, in all honesty, is the 1900, the literal turn of the century coin that you've got right here. It's one of only 2 American silver dollars with double zeros on them. Okay, the 1800 and the 1900. In the year 2000, we didn't do silver dollars at the time. We had silver eagles, but at the end of the day, for silver dollars like this, you're looking at 1900. Always very popular because it's it kind of epitomizes this turn of the century. Now, because it is an interesting date in terms of just the date itself in 1900, so this is now 124 years old, is what we look at this, is you see them occasionally out there, but you don't get any quantity of them. But there was one guy out there, a coin dealer, who was, I find it interesting, he found it interesting, and so over the course of the years, as he bought literally thousands and tens of thousands of silver dollars, he'd just keep the 1900s to the side. Until he finally had enough to basically call me and says, hey, I know you like the 1900 Morgan, I got like 500 coins. I give you a great price on them. They're all AUCUs, which means almost uncirculated to commercial uncirculated, and I've got them at a great price. I bought these a while ago before the insanity of silver that's been happening over the last several weeks, where silver's gone up 40%, or I'd have to be up about 40% on these. So these would be more like, $74.95, $84.95. I got them at the old price. You get them at the old price. When we talk about AUCU, I'm going to pull this out just for a second. What it means is the coins still have some luster on them. See that? So there's still some luster there. There's a tiny bit of wear if you look kind of on the breast of the eagle there. You can see a tiny bit of wear. I'm going to put that there like this. On the obverse, same thing. There's a little luster when I turn it side to side. See where it just kind of, those cartwheels of light? That's what we call luster. But you can see there's a little tiny bit of wear right up here, on the high points of the coin. And so that's why we call it. There's a lot of people out there that would call this uncirculated, but it's accurately graded AUCU. Commercial uncirculated is what a lot of people just call uncirculated. For us, uncirculated is brilliant uncirculated. These are not brilliant uncirculated, but only one grade down. But they're 100% original. They're not reprinted or restruck or redone. Like I said, each coin was literally individually curated by a coin dealer to put this deal together for me to get 500, half a bag of these coins, enough for me to then air it, put it on the air. If I only had 50 or 60 or 20 or 40 coins, you'd find it on CSNMint.com, you'd find it in our catalog, you'd find it there because there's not enough to put on the air. But with 500 coins, I have enough to put on the air. I took this one of the largest nationally advertised catalogs out there in the business. They've got a 1900 right here, and the highest grade they have it in is extra fine. Ours is actually a tiny bit better than that, and their extra fine coin, if you look right there, is $120. So at our half grade higher, that you see right there, we're basically half price. So we're basically half price. I'm going to let's call it XF. It's better than that by a half a grade, certainly, is $120. So not $120, not $100, $59.95. Now, I want to go back to the fact that really this is irreplaceable at this pricing. First of all, to find 500 1900s in one place is a very difficult thing to do because it's a very unique year, this turn of the century Morgan silver dollar, and collectors tend to pick those out for whatever reason. I do. I know I save 1900 Morgans myself. But my stash of them is probably 60 coins because this guy was really kind of a retail dealer, so he sees a lot more Morgan silver dollars than I do. And so, but he put them away and sold us enough to be able to put it on the air. So it's an interesting year, but it's also pretty high grade. And understand, it's also solid silver. I mean, this is the original coin. Remember, they used to make the silver dollars out of silver. But then, like I said, I bought these. I really committed to these a couple of months ago. Finally got them in. to be able to do that, and that is not reflective of the increase in the price of silver. So unless you don't have access to the internet or television or talk to anybody other person, you probably don't realize, and if you do, then you do know, that silver and gold, it's on all the news shows. And I'm not talking about like financial news or coin stuff. I'm talking about the regular news. They're talking about gold, hit all-time high, kept going. Silver has lagged behind, but in the last 2 or 3 weeks has started making a move. It's moved like 30, almost 40% up, but it's still 50% below its all-time high. On the other hand, gold is 10% beyond its all-time high. If silver went to that, this is going to melt for more than $59.95. Understand, the numismatic value, the collectible value, the historic value is generally in this coin going to be at least half or better of the price of the coin. So to be able to have this coin 100% original in really uncirculated condition, AU means almost uncirculated, it just has a touch of wear, to commercial uncirculated, what many people would call uncirculated, that's what the CU stands for. To be able to get this at $59.95. Look, not much more than what I would have to charge for a current year of issue American Silver Eagle. These days, with the premiums on those are absolutely exploding. Anything silver has become incredibly, incredibly desirable. So now you have that intrinsic silver value. That's part and parcel of what we have here. Now let's add in the incredible collector value as well. The fact that you now have a original Morgan silver dollars. Of course, those always bring premiums because they have such an incredible collector value in what amounts to very high condition compared to what most Morgan silver dollars exist in today. I mean, in terms of almost uncirculated and above, we're talking about that's no more than probably 10% or so of the Morgan silver dollars that are extant right now. So it is considered a high grade. It is also then considered a very desirable date because it's a turn of the century, because it's a turn of the century coin as well. So you've got this great example of a historic coin called the Cartwheels of the Old West. And they called them cartwheels. If we go back to this, and you can really see that with a coin that still has original luster to it, that's why they call them a cartwheel of the Old West. It looks like the spokes of a wheel when you kind of turn that, and that's the original luster of the coin. This was, like I said, cowboy money at the time. It was originally made in 1878, was the first year of issue, and continued on until 1921. For many, many years in this country, this was a day's wage. Okay, it was $30 a month was a pretty good wage. That was actually technically the cowboy wage, $30 a month plus a room and board in essence. Of course, the room was more like sleeping under the stars, but the board was the food of it. So basically a dollar a day was the going wage pretty close to this time, and certainly back into the 1880s. Well, today at $59.95, it's still basically at the very lowest end of day's wage. And if you take the average, you're getting it for less today than you were in 1900 or 1890 or 1880, and I just find that absolutely stupefying to me that you have this. And now you have the storehouse of value in silver, and with silver being so desirable just in general, whether it be bars, whether it doesn't even matter what it is, but now you've got that valuable, desirable, and collectible silver. Add in the historic value, add in the numismatic value, and $59.95, like I said, nationally advertised catalog, one grade lower, $120. So we've got the great value from a collectible or numismatic standpoint. You've got the great collectibility of the fact that it's a solid silver coin, and then the history and historic value of this, the fact that it's well over a century old, about 124 years old to be able to get this, and then the very interesting and collectible date of that it's from the turn of the century. It's an actual 1900. So every coin you're going to get is an actual 1900 Morgan silver dollar. Our quantities are very limited, only 500 coins to go around. Fantastic price. Pick up the phone, get yours today.